What's going on, guys? Clubby W here, and I figure I'd do like a little fitness type of video or something related to that. I was having a conversation with somebody on Twitter. It's basically regarding to weight loss, and the main thing he was basically getting into is he wants to have abs, and my initial point to him was like, okay, that's good. That's a great goal, but you need to be getting abs. Like you need to want to have abs because that's what you want. Like you shouldn't be getting abs for external reasons, like for girls, whatever. Like I think the average reason is for the opposite sex type of thing, because what he was saying is it basically comes down to the media and everybody pointing out that ripped look is what society's norm is, or that's the accepted norm, which in reality it's not. I think anybody with some sort of like logical sense knows that even if they post ads, these dudes that are ripped and it's to sell, it's marketing, it's to sell products. Nobody's gonna post up, no workout company is gonna post some skinny ass dude trying to sell, whey protein or whatever, because that doesn't show you anything. They post these guys that are not the normal, these guys that all they do is they work out. That's their job, is they work out all the time. It's just like when you see some of these guys in CrossFit on TV, these guys are like the very, very, very small percentage of what a CrossFit is. CrossFit is your average like 40-year-old, 35 to 40, I think the average range is actually 40 years old. It's just people in there getting 3 days a week. They want to do something to move around and get their fitness in. That's the average. Then you have guys that they want to compete, to get into competing, so they up their training, they change their programming. With my gym, we have like 3 different levels of type of programming. We have like our basic CrossFit classes, which are not easy. Then we have our advanced athlete program, which I did a year of, which is basically additional like 15 minutes, and you have strength. You do strength workouts every day. Whereas the regular CrossFit, it's not really strength based. You might do some strength stuff every once in a while, but generally it's like you don't spend that much time, and then you're mostly doing metcons, which is metabolic conditioning workouts. Well, the main reason for this video is like what you have to do if you're wanting to lose weight, or you're wanting to look like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger, or whatever goals you have fitness wise, is you're gonna have to figure out the why, the reasoning for what you want to do. Like to me, my reasoning is when I started CrossFit, I don't even know how I even found CrossFit, to be honest with you. It just came out of nowhere. I was at CrossFit, and I just went to a community workout and did that. My reasoning was I could tell physically my health was deteriorating because the way I was treating my body. I was drinking way more than I ever have. I was eating fast food twice a day. I was drinking like 4 cases of diet soda, and diet soda is not good for you at all. Shit, you're probably better off with like eating or drinking the actual real pure cane sugar soda. That's probably a better option, aside from the additional 150, 200 calories and the sugar. Even then, that's not a healthy option. But what you have to get down to is the why. Because if you don't have a reason, you're not going to stick with what you're doing. You're going to start and you're going to do like 2 weeks and you're just going to quit. Because I did that a lot of times. I'd be like, oh, I'll start Monday, and then I'll start, and then I wouldn't stick with it. And this is by far as far as CrossFit, for me, this is by far the longest and most consistent that I've worked out in my entire life. Like football, when I did sports in high school, I only lifted during off-season of football, and that was it. In the summer, I wasn't in the gym hitting weights, because I relied on, my given athletic ability. I didn't really need to. But now I think about it, I could have been a lot more better than I was by just showing up and doing the work then. And even then, my freshman year, I hated weights. So what you got to do is you got to find the why. And if you want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger or whatever body type, then you need to have that up. You need to set little goals to achieve that. So if you're overweight, then you need to start setting goals. Well, I want to lose like 10 pounds. And they have to be like realistic goals. You can't be like, when I started, to myself, I said I need to lose I got to lose about 40 pounds. And I wasn't going to go, oh, I'm going to lose 40 pounds in the next 6 weeks, because it's just not realistically, well, you could maybe if you cut your calorie count way down, but I digress. You have to set realistic, achievable, realistic goals. Like, you're not going to set that, I want to lose 40 pounds in 6 weeks. You're going to have to cut your calories. You're going to have to cut, extremely way down. You have to exercise. But you have to find, that real reasoning to where you want to get to your goals. So that's the main thing I was talking with him, is I was trying to convey to him, is he needs to find the why. He can want abs all day, and you can want abs, but what I'm trying to tell him in the end is, what is abs really going to get you? I mean, if you're not outside of the media where they, or whatever, the perception that society has put on everybody that has to have abs, where I guess they put guys have to be swole and have abs, and girls have to be fucking stick figures, which is stupid. It just got to come down to if you want abs, then you're gonna have to set those goals. You're gonna have to realize that sacrifices are gonna be made. There's gonna be people are gonna invite you to parties, and I mean, if you can go to a party and drink water, then that's fucking awesome. To me, it's kind of it's pretty boring for me to want to go to a party and hang out and drink water. But I know guys that have done it, but they had that why. Their why was they wanted to compete. They wanted to go, they wanted to be on a team and make the CrossFit Games. And you know what? The guy that did that, he made the CrossFit Games with our team. So that's what you really got to do, is you got to have that why, to have that motivation behind to get you to your goals. Set really set small goals, achievable goals. Stuff that you can achieve. So if you got to lose 50 pounds, say you want to lose okay, I want to lose 10 pounds or 5 pounds this month, which is pretty attainable even for anybody, really, unless you're just already low body fat. But if generally anybody want to lose weight, they're probably overweight and they want to get back in shape. So once you find out that why as to your motivation to get you where you want to go, then you'll stick with your goals, and you'll stick there. But there's going to be setbacks, and there's going to be there's going to be sacrifices, there's going to be setbacks, there's going to be times where you fail and you slip. And my example was last week, I was stressed out with work, a lot of other shit going on, and I let my diet slip, and I was eating pizza. Ate pizza 3 times. I had Wendy's twice. And what you can't do is, you can't reflect on that and get down on yourself for falling off of your path. All you got to do is just make sure you get back on and just start refocus to get you where you want to go. So let me guys know what you thought of this video. I had some random, probably workout footage I took one time of a PT session, I think. And that's what you just gotta figure out the why and get her done. Later, guys.